Hello. So 1.23 will be released on November 24th for PS4, PS5, Steam versions of Strive. The addition of a new playable character and fixes for bugs. I mean, they basically already tell you that there's no patch notes really. There's no change. There's no balance changes really. It's mostly just kind of like bug fixes, traditional kind of character addition patch. So added Sin as a playable character. The character will be available after purchasing the Season 2 Pass or Sin Kisuke DLC items, both to be released on November 24th. Very sorry for my American followers, because I didn't realize this on Thanksgiving. Not a problem for me. Added the Steam Hourglass, that's a cool title. Added Avatar items, added Falling BGM, right on time. There's Overture theme, great song, I like it. Communication, also very good. Just do it, probably my least of the three. Fix a bug in the Steam version that caused an error when selecting network mode when not connected to the network. Fix the bug in the Steam version that caused errors sometimes when multiple input devices were connected simultaneously. I don't think I had that either. Fix the bug in the Steam version where under certain conditions, some letters could not be input via keyboard. If you play on keyboard, I guess that could be a pretty big problem. I do know some people who play on keyboard. They do exist. Fix the bug in the Steam version where a match could be continued after a disconnection when the connection was lost by a specific procedure. I'm sure this has happened to me. Replay theater, fix the bug in the Steam version that caused errors when selecting view list of replay or search options. Can't say that happened to me. Digital figure mode, added items to Reddit. It's about time. Battle chip, fix the bug with gamma blade that would disrupt the match when it hits during the wall break sequence. So I imagine that's if it would lock the game basically. That's probably what this is. Other, fixed minor bugs. I hate when they do this. The concept of minor to them could be major to us. Fix some errors in some of the text. I do remember that I spotted a few typos, but I don't remember where I saw them. We'll post further updates regarding future game updates and their contents on the official website and Twitter account. We ask for your continued support for Guilty Strive. All right, the reason why I actually went over this is because I have a little bit of an ArcSys beatdown to give. I'm a little frustrated with ArcSys with this patch, and there's a good reason for this. If you have existed in the FGC, you know that ArcSys, they were once considered the gold standard for a cool community or a cool developer. This is 2016 and they revealed Dizzy. Ever since then, it's been just constantly downhill of people just being unhappy with them. And one of the main complaints is that they're just not good at communicating. They are terrible at it. I mean, even if you've only played Strive for a year, you probably know how bad ArcSys is at communicating. ArcSys keeps doing this thing. We're gonna be more upfront with you guys. We're gonna tell you guys what's going on. A lot of people thought, because of the format of the winter patch, that this would essentially be a balance patch, or it would have something about a balance patch. And now it's kind of up in the air. Now this is kind of where it's a problem. A lot of people really look forward to this patch for a balance change, because a lot of characters have not changed much since release. Some characters are essentially they are the still same core character, and so some people are really kind of frustrated about playing the same character for a long time. But I think the biggest frustration is they advertise so much about these dev diaries and they don't really do them that often. Last one was in September, then it was July, and then it was January. We've had 3 this year. That is so bad. That is unacceptably bad. And it's when you're competing in a game and you're really invested in the future of it, because I give ArcSys a lot of shit, but I love their games clearly. I mean, I've played them for years, but because of that, I want to know what's coming next, right? I want to know what's happening. Obviously things can still be up in the air. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of last minute stuff, but it'd be great to just have some info that people are being heard right now. People are it's a bad feeling when you don't know if ArcSys is actually paying attention to you, or if it's they're just kind of in their own bubble. I didn't expect a balance patch with Sin. I'm sure some people did because of the way that it was worded, but the problem is we don't even know when it is, right? And think of it like this: EVO Japan's in 3 months, just about 4 months, I should say. And if we think about all the other tournaments that are before that, then we can assume that the balance patch is probably in January or February, late January, late February, which would also line up with how they did the schedule last year. If you guys remember, they released Happy Chaos in November, and then they released Spike in January. So I assume that's probably going to be the schedule. I don't know. They've talked about like how much more they're willing to be like communicate the stuff, and it's the same as always. We don't know when a patch is coming. We don't even know who's getting nerfed. All that we really know is it's coming. It would be really cool if like ArcSys like kind of put a little more effort with like the dev diaries, and they were just like, you know, we've heard people complain about Happy Chaos, we've heard people complain about Nago, you know, we've heard people say we want more for Anji or Faust. Like, these things would be fantastic, right? It just gives you something to look forward to. It's only positive, right? And it's like, I want to continue supporting this game and loving this game, but it's a bad feeling when, number one, other games have like a very direct like windows for what to expect, when to expect it, omitting the balance changes aspect of it, right? Like completely ignoring that. When people hear like, oh, like the IGN thing, they think it's big because it stands out because there's more communication, which only gets people more disappointed when they stop. It's almost like ArcSys has a cycle of like, do something cool, like let's say put these people on IGN, like that's great advertisement, great like cool little segment, right? Though it was kind of cursed yesterday. You have to admit it was kind of cursed. It's almost like they have a bad reaction because people are like, this is so different, we expected something more, and then they're like, we're gonna stop doing that from now on because people expect too much. These things are so infrequent. I think nobody would mind if like ArcSys did more of that sort of like IGN segment. Obviously a little more tightened up, right? But it's just hard not knowing what's coming next, when it is, what to expect, like what boundaries do we need to expect for tournaments. Like, I know Sin is not allowed in ArcRava Japan because you need 2 weeks. It's just all we need is more communication. One of the major things that they're talking about is more communication for Strive, and I think they really fucked up this year. I mentioned this, I think, during the last one, in fact, when we reviewed this backyard. And remember, we were like making fun of it because like this is the one where they talk about the green, right? This is one of their last dev diaries, by the way. One of the what, 3 or 4 this year. It's hello, here's who won what, ArcRava 2022, here's Testament. They're pretty and they're from Switzerland. That's cool. They talked about the other story, and then they answered 2 questions, and one of them is about the green. We don't even know shit. Like this was like useless from a gameplay point of view. And then this one was good because it clarified like, you know, Bridget's gender and the story stuff. This music video was cool. Like this stuff is cool, right? Game update, this stuff is great, right? This is great. I'd say like this is great too. Like all this is good. This is what we want. It's just so rare. And it's like, it almost feels like they are really good at communicating and then they stop, right? It's like, remember this shit? Wait, crossplay was supposed to be out already, right? Oh, I guess so. Crossplay update. So yeah, I mean, that we don't even know when that is, right? This shit is a mystery. Then the balance patch next month, or anytime. I mean, I guess no characters with it, but I guess this is why a lot of people expected like some info. It is winter, but winter 2022 technically lasts until like March. So yeah, I guess it's sometime between before December 21st. But it's like, you know what I mean? We don't know when the fuck this is. We don't know if it even exists anymore. They stopped talking about it. And then you're just confused because like, something's supposed to happen, right? I also think like the way they segmented this, I don't know, I want them to communicate more. This is my complaint in the past. And then even like the last one, even this one, like they even apologize for not doing this, right? Even if it's just like, here's what we want to try, here's what we're thinking about, like it would be great. And again, like my complaints are not a product of like, oh, stupid ArcSys diaper babies. It's more like, I like their game, I want to know what's happening, right? I want to know what's up. I want to say like, I'd love for them to include like ideas, or like, we've noticed this character's a problem or whatever. Obviously I know from like a developer standpoint that can be not great to do, but like even just being like, you know, like saying some comments about like, we've heard interest in this, we've heard interest in that, anything, right? Just say it. Just let us know you're alive, please. Just please let us know you're still with us. Again, this is them trying, so to speak. Whereas before, it wasn't so beautiful. You deal with ArcSys kind of not communicating, not really telling you what to expect. And then when there's all these other games that are like, this is when we're releasing, this is when we're going to do a patch, right? Like as soon as it comes up, or like they'll be like, this is who we're going to nerf, whatever. Even like features, whatever, just anything.